Fiber optic boom threatens Finland's national security amid lax regulations. EU debates new law on child protection versus privacy in digital message scanning. Ethiopian nurses in Finland face job termination and deportation risks. Single households in Finland struggle financially as inflation surges. The rapid expansion of fiber optic cable installation in Finland has raised national security concerns, as some companies have failed to adhere to regulations, damaging critical infrastructure such as power cables, heating systems, and communication lines. In Kuopio, dozens of incidents occurred when fiber optic workers damaged cables and conduits. One incorrect drilling even left 2,000 people without power and internet in mid-September. Kuopio Electricity Company and other operators argue that non-compliance with protocols, such as failing to request prior checks for underground cable locations, has led to an increase in accidents. Moreover, different construction companies repeatedly excavated the same area without coordination, leading to a significant rise in incidents. Major companies like DNA and Elisa have reported considerable damages due to the accelerated construction pace. Authorities warn that changing legislation alone will not prevent this risk. Increased oversight and greater contractor responsibility are necessary to protect national security. The topic of child protection and privacy in monitoring personal messages is causing controversy in the European Parliament. A new EU regulation proposed by Hungary allows digital messages to be inspected to prevent the spread of child abuse content. This regulation requires scanning messages before they are encrypted, something currently done voluntarily. Some parliamentarians support this measure if it protects children's rights. However, many are concerned that the regulation will infringe on privacy rights, impact cybersecurity, and set a precedent for widespread surveillance. Representatives from parties like SDP and the Green Party strongly oppose it, while the Centrist Party and some others suggest thorough examination before implementation. Finland is currently re-evaluating its position, despite having previously opposed it. The issue will be decided at the EU conference in December. Ida, an Ethiopian nurse, once hoped to work in Finland's healthcare industry for Attendo. However, her dream quickly turned into a nightmare when the company abruptly cancelled her employment contract, along with those of about 80 other Ethiopians, via email, citing concerns about fraudulent documents. Now, Ida and a colleague, Sarah, face deportation if they cannot secure full-time employment in this field. Documents provided by Ida and Sarah show they are certified nurses, but Attendo refused to verify each case individually and dismissed the entire group. They currently rely on support from the Ethiopian community in Finland. Other colleagues have left Finland, seeking opportunities in other countries, but 2 Ethiopian women from the group disappeared while attempting to cross through Mexico, leaving Ida deeply worried about their fate. This year, the financial situation for single middle-income earners in Finland has become more challenging due to rising inflation and high interest rates. According to a new report by Labour Ren, inflation's impact on this group far surpasses that on many other households, forcing many to reduce their spending. Anatar Hellman, a single person, exemplifies this challenge as she bears all unexpected expenses alone, like repairs or pet care costs. After paying rent and basic bills, she has about €650 left monthly, mostly for food. To save, she has given up activities like gym memberships and Pilates classes, opting to use her workplace gym instead. However, unexpected expenses, like vacuum cleaner repairs or vet bills, can put immense pressure on her finances. Additionally, rising mortgage interest rates are a significant hardship for those with bank loans. Fortunately, Labour Ren predicts that the financial situation for single people will gradually improve as inflation decreases and loan interest rates are expected to decline. Over the next 2 years, income growth is forecasted to help this group regain some purchasing power. A large number of customers of Loiste Europe, a Finnish company selling electric toothbrushes, have found themselves locked into long-term service contracts without clear information. According to an investigation, the Finnish Competition and Consumer Authority (KKV) has received over 70 complaints this year about the company's misleading sales practices. Complaints mainly focus on the company's vague information provided through automated phone calls, leaving customers unaware of the long-term contract terms attached to the electric toothbrush purchase. Loiste Europe, a small company that has sued over 1,300 customers in 3 years for unpaid debts, denies any allegations of deception. CEO Staffan Terrimar claims the company's sales process complies with the law, and customers can cancel contracts anytime if they follow the terms. The investigation also found that many of the automated calls were allegedly made to collect customer information, although many claim they do not recall consenting to this. The case of Loiste Europe highlights the difficulties consumers face when dealing with telephone sales tactics. Currently, around 20,000 people are waiting to become delivery drivers for Wolt in Finland, a number 3 times that of active drivers. According to Olli Koski, Wolt's public relations director, the high demand for delivery services in the upcoming winter could help reduce the waitlist, but it will take time. In response to criticism over low wages, Wolt states that it is engaged in serious negotiations with delivery driver representatives, although talks have been challenging, especially regarding wage issues. Meanwhile, the labor organization PAM Couriers Finland argues that Wolt's proposed wage increase is insufficient. Most of Wolt's delivery drivers work part-time and consider it supplementary income. However, many, particularly in the immigrant community, see it as their primary livelihood, sparking debate over fair wages among stakeholders. Siisa Sylvain Noinen, 67, once lived in Lappeenranta but moved to Helsinki to be closer to her children and grandchildren. This decision to relocate to the capital has allowed her to spend more time with her family and help with child care. She shares that her children urged her to move for easier assistance and regular visits. Currently, Siisa spends time playing with her grandchildren at parks and libraries. She calls this relationship a precious gift and feels happy to witness their growth daily. Additionally, moving to Helsinki provides her with support from her children when needed. She jokes that, having once changed her children's diapers, it is now their turn to care for her in her old age. According to the Finnish Cybersecurity Center, this fall has seen an unusual increase in denial of service DDoS attacks. Since August, the center has recorded over 50 attacks, compared to just over 20 from March to July. Cybersecurity expert Samuli Kananen attributes the increase in reports to the publicized attacks targeting Nordea Bank, prompting other organizations to be vigilant and report more frequently. Over 60% of the attacks targeted state agencies, mostly with political motives. The center warns that the actual number of attacks is much higher, possibly thousands per day, with most going undetected. Hundreds of candles were lit at Helsinki's Senate Square last Monday night in memory of Janne Puhakka, a former hockey player and human rights advocate in sports. Puhakka, the first openly gay player in Finnish hockey, was tragically killed in October. Representatives from organizations like the Human Rights Federation, SETA, and the Helsinki Pride community attended the memorial. Anu Kemppainen, executive director of Helsinki Pride, shared that Puhakka was a pioneer who bravely faced harsh stereotypes in sports to live his truth. He also advocated for LGBT rights and emphasized the social responsibility of sports organizations to protect human rights. Friends described Puhakka as a sincere, strong friend always willing to help. His loss left hundreds in sorrow, with a powerful message of solidarity and equality within the community. At Kauniainen Elementary School in Finland, almost every class has a school grandparent, elderly individuals who accompany and support students throughout their elementary years. One of them is Reza Perli, a former well-known MC. Although retired since 2019, Perli has continued to contribute to her community, spending several days each week volunteering as a school grandmother. In addition to supporting students in their lessons, Perli brings warmth, listens, shares, and sometimes offers comforting hugs when needed. Teacher Terrier Ongerman highly values her role, saying that the presence of a grandmother in the classroom creates a closeness that sometimes makes it easier for students to open up than with a teacher. In addition to helping with learning, Perli serves as a bridge, helping teachers better understand students' feelings. Viravar Wallstedt, who initiated this program over 20 years ago, says that the school grandparent model has become increasingly popular in Finland, providing joy and security to the children. Finnish studies also show that older adults who volunteer in this way are often happier than those who do not. For Pear Lee, every day at school is a great joy, especially the first day of school when students eagerly share with her what they did during the break, making her feel that the love is mutual. She proudly says, "Thanks to the school, I now have 19 grandchildren, 2 of mine and 17 of others." A 4-day workweek experiment in Germany has shown positive results, with reduced stress levels and increased productivity. This trial, conducted by the University of Munster alongside Intrapreneur and 4-Day Week Global, involved 45 companies over a 6-month period. Results indicate that a shorter workweek provides benefits to both employees and businesses. Specifically, employees experienced an average reduction of 89 minutes in weekly stress, gained 38 minutes of additional sleep, and walked an extra 1,848 steps. More than 90% of employees noted positive effects on their health. To measure stress levels, researchers used advanced technology, including smartwatches and hair samples. The report also found that many participating companies experienced growth in revenue and profits, with 73% of them planning to maintain the 4-day workweek. Professor Nina Roponen pointed out that a 4-day workweek is more suitable for small and medium-sized companies where all employees are fully committed.